So welcome you all for the online classes. We are discussing the chapter heat transmission under thermal properties of matter. The subtopic is of heat transmission. So yesterday class we discussed regarding the method of convection and we started the method of radiation. And we have seen what are the properties of thermal radiation. Then afterwards we have seen properties of the thermal radiation and pre-wood stinging. Okay na? So today we will start with what is the meaning of perfectly black body. Perfectly black body. A body which absorbs the total radiation which incident on it. Whenever the thermal radiation incident on a body, let me call one body. If it absorbs the total thermal radiation which is incident on it, such a body is called as perfectly black body. Getting now? So, whenever a perfectly black body is heated, after absorbing the radiation totally, if the perfectly black body is heated, it will emit the total radiation of all wavelengths what it has absorbed. Not only what is the meaning of black body? Black body not only the body which absorbs the total radiation, but whenever the black body is heated, then what happens? So it will emit the total all radiation which it has absorbed. Such a body is called as perfectly black body. There is no body which is perfectly black. So, what are the examples for the perfectly black bodies are? So, lamp black, lamp, know that now? Lamp black and platinum black, platinum black. So, lamp black is around 96% which will act like it will be of perfectly black body, whereas here it is 98%. So one more black body was there, that is artificial black body, that is Wien's black body, Wien's and Ferri's black body. So Ferri black body. So these are the artificial black bodies. Okay now? So sun is there now, we know that now, sun is the natural black body, natural. So black body example is of sun. Are you getting it? So these are the examples of perfectly black body. Okay now? So after knowing the definition of perfectly black body, and one more important point is the radiation emitted by the perfectly black body depends only on its temperature. It not depends upon the nature of the surface of the black body. Anyhow it is a black body. How much radiation emitted? That depends only on the temperature. So this point you need to keep in mind. So after definition for the perfectly black body, so what is the meaning of emissive power? Emissive power of a body. So name itself is telling. So emissive power. How much amount of radiation emitted? If I consider any body, so from this body, how much amount of thermal radiation emitted per second per unit area is called as emissive power. So emissive power represented with what here? Capital E. Q is the amount of thermal radiation emitted. What is A? Area of cross section of the body. T is the time. So amount of thermal radiation emitted per second per unit area is called as emissive power. So SI unit of this emissive power, so Q by T, SI unit of heat is joule by, so SI unit of area is meter square into time SI unit is second, which will give us joule by second is nothing but watt. So watt meter square inverse. This is the SI unit of emissive power. So emissive power of a body depends upon which factors? Emissive power of a body depends upon which factors? Emissive power depends upon nature of the surface of the body. surface of the body. And the second one is it depends upon emissive power is also depends upon the temperature of the body. So these are the two factors on which this emissive power depends. Are you getting now? So emissive power definition understood? So on what factors this emissive power value depends? So that is given by this. Emissive power definition, emissive power units, and what factors the emissive power value depends. So here what is one more definition is so spectral emissive power. What is the meaning of spectral emissive power means? In general emissive power, so if the body emitting the radiation of all wavelengths. When I consider the emissive power corresponding to one particular wavelength, so that is represented with the E lambda. So this E lambda is called as spectral emissive power. The emissive power corresponding to particular wavelength is called as spectral emissive power. This spectral emissive power is different for different wavelengths. The spectral emissive power of the same body is not same for the different wavelengths. Are you getting up? So this is called as emissive power. After completion of emissive power, so next one is what is the meaning of absorptive power? What is absorptive power? Absorptive power of a body is represented with the symbol A. So what is absorbing power? If I consider a body, so on this body the radiation is incident. How much amount of radiation absorbed per second per unit area to amount of radiation incident per second per unit area corresponding to so particular wavelength at a given temperature. At a given temperature corresponding to one particular wavelength. So particular wavelength we are specifying. So can I also call it as A lambda, spectral emission power? It is the ratio of amount of radiation absorbed to amount of radiation incident. So that ratio is called as absorptive power. Clear na? Absorptive power. So for a black body, so what is the meaning of black body? The body which absorbs complete radiation which incident on it and which will emit the total radiation when it is heated. For a perfectly black body, amount of radiation absorbed and amount of radiation incident, because it will absorb the total radiation which is incident. That's why for perfectly black body, so I can write A lambda V value. Can I write so perfectly black body absorptive power given by A lambda into V, which is equal to how much? 1. Okay, na? So this absorptive power is having no units because it is a pure ratio. That's why it has no units and no dimensional formula. That is regarding absorptive power. After completion of the absorptive power, so next one is what is the meaning of emissivity? Emissivity represented by the symbol small e. What is emissivity? So emissivity of a body is the ratio between the emissive power of a body to the emissive power of a black body. So there is one comparison. We know that if it is a perfectly black body, so then it will emit the total radiation which incident on it. What is the meaning of emissivity? Emissivity of a body. So emissivity of a body at a given temperature corresponding to a particular wavelength, it is the ratio between the emissive power of a body to which one? The emissive power. What is emissive power? Amount of radiation emitted per second per unit area is called as emissive power. So which is emissive power of a body? Emissive power of a body to so emissive power of a black body. Emissive power of a perfectly black body. Perfectly which body? Black body. So this ratio is called as emissivity. We will come to know the significance of this emissivity. So just now I told you the definition. The emissivity is the ratio between the emissive power of a body to the emissive power of a black body. So this is called as what of emissivity. Because of knowing emissivity, we are comparing. So what we are comparing? So we are comparing the emissive power of a body with the emissive power of a black body. Okay now, if I consider for perfectly black body. So what is the meaning of perfectly black body? Perfectly black body is the body which absorbs and also which emits the total radiation. For perfectly black body, so E value will be equal to 1. For any other bodies, for other than black body, for other bodies means which is rather than black body. So E value will be greater than 0 and E value will be less than 1. Even if I consider our human skin, the emissivity of the human skin is of 0.96. That is, it is human skin also not perfectly black body. Even we know that there is no body which is perfectly black. So this ratio is called as what? Emissivity. Emissivity actually generally also can be defined by using spectral emissive power also can be defined. So generally if I define means it is the ratio of emissive power of a body to the emissive power of a black body, which can be also defined as it is the ratio of the spectral emissive power of a body to the spectral emissive power of a black body. What is the meaning of spectral emissive power? The emissive power corresponding to particular wavelength is called as spectral emissive power. So this is the definition of which one? Emissivity. After up to here, okay now? And one more important point regarding this absorptive power. So absorptive power depends upon the nature of the surface of the body. Nature of the which one? Surface of the body. A perfectly black body is a good absorber. If any smooth bodies are there, are the good reflectors. So if I consider A is the absorption coefficient. Absorption coefficient. Absorptive power or absorption coefficient. I will call it as absorption coefficient or constant better. Absorption constant. And which one? So after absorption constant, one more is T stands for transmission constant. Transmission constant or transmission coefficient. And R is the reflection constant or reflection coefficient. Then the total radiation, whatever the radiation incident on a body. So if it is a perfectly black body, it will absorb the total radiation. For perfectly black body, A value will be equal to 1. So and R value, T value equal to 0. There is a relation is there between A value, R value and T value, which is given by A plus R plus T is equal to 0. Sorry. So this value will be equal to 1. What does it mean is, so 1 is the 100% total radiation. Whenever if it is not black body, some part of the radiation will be absorbed, some part of the radiation will be reflected and some part of the radiation will be transmitted. Whenever the thermal radiation, yesterday we are saying thermal radiation will exhibit the property of reflection, refraction, like we see now. Some part of the thermal radiation is absorbed. How much amount is absorbed is given by absorption coefficient. Some part will be reflected, that is given by reflection coefficient. Some part will be transmitted, that is given by transmission coefficient. So A plus R plus T value will be equal to how much? 1. So whenever if it is a perfectly black body, for perfectly black body, so whatever total radiation will be absorbed only. So R value, T value is equal to 0. That's why A value will be equal to how much? 1. Whenever if it is perfectly reflecting body, for perfectly reflecting bodies, perfectly reflecting body example is mirror. for perfectly reflecting bodies, what happen? So total radiation will be reflected only. A value, T value is equal to 0. Then R value is equal to how much? 1. So this is the relation between absorption coefficient, reflection coefficient and transmission coefficient. Clear na? So these definitions, now based on these definitions, so we will study one law that is called as Kirchhoff's law. So Kirchhoff's law. Kirchhoff's law. The scientist's name is Kirchhoff. Name only Kirchhoff or Kirchhoff. Both the pronunciation correct only. Even this law you will come to know in second year also. Current electricity. So Kirchhoff laws. First law, second law is there, na? So here also in this thermal properties of matter or heat transmission. So the relation between the emissive power and absorptive power is given by this Kirchhoff law. What is the statement of this Kirchhoff law? At a given temperature, statement. So in order to apply the Kirchhoff law at a given temperature, at which temperature? Given temperature corresponding to particular wavelength, given temperature corresponding to particular wavelength, the ratio of emissive power of a body, this is spectral emissive power, to absorptive power of a body, absorptive power of a body will be always constant, and this constant value will be equal to the emissive power of a perfectly black body, which is E lambda B. What is E lambda B called as? The emissive power. The emissive power of which body? Perfectly black body. So this is the statement of Kirchhoff law. So what is the statement once again? It is at a given temperature corresponding to a particular wavelength, the ratio of the emissive power of to absorptive power of any body will be always constant. That constant is equal to the emissive power of a perfectly black body. Which body? The emissive power of a perfectly black body. From the Kirchhoff law, so E lambda divided by A lambda value will be equal to constant. From this, so what is the relation is E lambda directly proportional to A lambda. That is, emissive power is directly proportional to absorptive power. What is the conclusion is? So when it is absorbed more radiation, absorptive power more means emissive power more. Absorptive power is less means emissive power is less. So what does it mean is good observers are also good emitters. So this is the conclusion of this Kirchhoff law. What is the conclusion? Good observers are the good emitters. That is, emissive power value directly proportional to which one now? So it is directly proportional to the absorptive power. Are you getting it? So E lambda value is directly proportional to which one now? A lambda. There are many applications are there based on this Kirchhoff law. Applications of Kirchhoff law. Easy thing now. Kirchhoff law you can remember easily. Good observers are the good emitters. Or the emissive power is directly proportional to absorptive power. The ratio of the emissive power to absorptive power will be constant. That constant value will be equal to the emissive power of a perfectly black body. So what are the applications of this? Which one? The applications of this Kirchhoff law. What we want to show? Good observers are the good emitters. So first application here I will consider one china ware, one glass plate. So on this glass plate you put one black mark. Here anyhow complete black only. You take one china glass which is of white glass bowl. You put it one black mark. Okay, now using lamp light, you put it one black mark. When you heat this bowl, take that bowl to dark room. Then what happens? So bowl will absorb the radiation when it is heated. When you take it to the dark room, it will emit the radiation which it has absorbed. Compare with the total part, the dark spot will appear more brighter. Why the dark spot will appear more brighter? The reason behind is black body is a good observer. Good observer is a good emitter according to Kirchhoff rule. So then according to that, when you take it to the dark room, then what happens? So that bright part will emit more radiation. Due to that reason, it will appear more bright. First example here. Second example. You take a red color glass, any glass, you heat that red color glass. After heating, you take it into dark room. Okay? So when you take it to which one? No? Dark room. So it will appear yellowish in color. Which color it will appear? Yellowish in color. White will appear yellowish in color. So red and that yellow both are complementary colors. When you heated that glass, it absorbs the radiation more. When you take it to the dark room, it will emit the radiation more. When this is also one example for this one. So this Kirchhoff law application. The third application I will write here. The dark lines in a solar spectrum are called as Fraunhofer lines. Fraunhofer's lines. What are the Fraunhofer lines means? These are the dark lines in the solar spectrum. So whenever the spectrum which you obtain by using the solar sunlight, the sunlight which the white sunlight which is emitted by some of the elements. So sun, you know this, photosphere will be there, chromosphere will be there. So whenever the light which is, this is of photosphere, it is of chromosphere. The white light emitted by the some elements. How light is emitted from the sun? The elements which are in excited state, when they come into ground state, the difference in the energy levels will be emitted in the form of light. So those elements which are emitting the white light in the photosphere, if that white light is passing through which one? So chromosphere. The same elements, when they absorb that light. So after coming to chromosphere, if you allow the light into on a prism, so you can see a spectrum. That spectrum is called as solar spectrum. On that solar spectrum, in that solar spectrum, you can see some dark lines. That dark lines are called as Fraunhofer lines. What is the conclusion here? Good emitters. First, elements are emitting the light from the photosphere, and elements same types of same elements. So which are when it is passing through chromosphere are absorbing. Good observers are the good emitters. So that is also one conclusion for Kirchhoff law. I think Kirchhoff law is understood. The ratio of the emissive power to absorptive power will be always constant. That constant value will be equal to which one? The emissive power of a perfectly black body. Okay na? This is regarding the Kirchhoff law. After completion of the Kirchhoff law, so next one we will study Wien's displacement law. Which law? Wien's displacement law. What is Wien's displacement law? The radiation emitted by the black body. That radiation. So energy spectrum for a black body. So energy spectrum, energy distribution curve for perfectly black body was studied by Maxwell. Maxwell has studied the radiation emitted by the black body for a different wavelength range. Generally, this is the graphical representation of variation of energy emitted by the black body with the wavelength. This curve name is called as energy distribution curve. This energy distribution curve is given by the scientist Maxwell. So Maxwell probability, Maxwell equations are there. In your higher classes you will study. Now it is not required for you. So how does the energy distribution? So I told to you. The emissive power value. So this is the emissive power value of a black body for different wavelengths. This is for one wavelength, this is for one wavelength, this is for one wavelength. When you see from this graph, first with increasing the lambda value, energy value emitted, the amount of radiation emitted is keep on increasing. Then it is attaining certain maximum. After that, when you increase the lambda value still further, so what happened to the emissive power? Decreasing. So this energy distribution curve is given by the Maxwell. From this energy distribution curve, so this is the energy distribution curve for different temperatures. So I will consider this is for one temperature. Okay, this is for temperature T1, temperature T2, temperature T3. So T1 value greater than, T2 value greater than T3. Or here our order is T3 greater than T2, T2 greater than T3. So temperatures are increasing order. First time we kept the temperature T1. So what he has observed is by changing lambda value, he calculated an emissive power and he plotted it. Second time for a temperature T2 and third time for a temperature T3. Okay na? So this curve you need to know. So by observing this curve, so Wiens has given one law. That law name is called as Wiens displacement law. This Wiens displacement law will gives us the relation between wavelength corresponding to maximum intensity. What is lambda m mean? Wavelength corresponding to which one? To maximum intensity. Maximum intensity. What is intensity? Amount of radiation emitted per second per unit area. Intensity is nothing but emissive power only. So lambda m, see here you can see here. So this is the lambda m corresponding to which one? So this is the lambda m1 value, and this is the lambda m2 value, and this is the lambda m3 value. Are you getting that? This is lambda m1 for a temperature T1, lambda m2, and this is lambda m3. What is lambda? Lambda m, the wavelength corresponding to maximum intensity. The wavelength corresponding to maximum intensity, how does it depends upon temperature? That is given by Wiens displacement law. Chala? Wiens displacement law. According to this Wiens displacement law, this wavelength corresponding to maximum intensity inversely proportional to the absolute temperature of the body. That's it now. When with increasing temperature, what happened to the wavelength? Decreasing. So what is the statement of Wiens displacement law? The wavelength corresponding to maximum intensity inversely proportional to absolute temperature of the body. Clear? From this, lambda m into T is equal to constant. So this constant value will be equal to B, where B called as Wiens constant. What is the name of B? So Wiens, W-I-E-N-S. Here it is, W-I-E-N-S. Wiens constant. Okay now, the value of Wiens constant is, so B value is 2.89 into 10 power minus 3, and units are given by lambda units are meter, temperature units are Kelvin in SI system. Are you getting it? So what is the statement of Wiens displacement law? The wavelength corresponding to maximum intensity inversely proportional to absolute temperature of the body. So what is the significance of this Wiens displacement law? If you know the wavelength of light coming from any star, by knowing that wavelength, so we can calculate the temperature of the body. Temperature can be calculated by the relation lambda m into T is equal to B. When you know lambda m, so you can calculate the value of T by the formula T is equal to B divided by lambda m. So that is the main significance of which one? Wiens displacement law. Clear? But black body distribution curve is not given by Wiens. That is given by Maxwell, but the law is given by Wiens displacement. What is displacing here? Wavelength is displacing. The wavelength corresponding to maximum intensity is displacing towards the lower side, towards the left side with increasing temperature. Clear? So this is called as Wiens displacement law. After completion of the Wiens displacement law, so last topic for us for today class, that is given by Stephen's law. If possible, we will see Stephen's-Boltzmann's law. So what is Stephen's law? Stephen's law. The scientist Stephen has studied the how does the emissive power of a body depends upon the temperature. According to the Stephens, the amount of the emissive power of a body. So emissive power of a body, emissive power of the amount of radiation emitted per second per unit area by a perfectly black body. Which body? For perfectly black body. Always remember, for which body? For perfectly black body. The amount of radiation emitted per second per unit area is directly proportional to fourth power of absolute temperature of a body. So we discussed the emissive power of a body depends upon nature of the surface of the body and temperature of the body. How does it depends upon the temperature is given by the Stephen's law. According to the Stephen's law, the amount of radiation emitted. Here what is E value? E can be written as Q divided by A into T. Right? So emissive power is the ratio between amount of emissive power is the definition what? Amount of radiation emitted per second per unit area. So it is directly proportional to T power 4. To remove the proportionality, so E directly proportional to T power 4. So E is equal to sigma into T power 4. What is E is equal to sigma into T power 4. Where sigma is called as Stephen's constant. What is the name of sigma? Stephen's constant. Okay, Nana? So the value of sigma, very important, even in CET also many times given question, which is 5.67 into 10 to the power of minus 8. What are the units of sigma? Sigma given by, so what is, if I write sigma as a subject, sigma is equal to E divided by T power 4. So our E value given by Q by A into T power 4. So already we written emissive power units. So that are given by watt meter square inverse. So what are the units of watt meter square inverse and Kelvin power minus 4. Correct? Q by T nothing but a joule by second is watt. Area unit is meter square inverse. Temperature unit in SI system is Kelvin power minus 4. Therefore, what are the units of sigma given by? Sigma value is equal to 5.67 into 10 to the power of minus 8 watt meter square inverse Kelvin power minus 4. Okay, na? That is the sigma value. So what is sigma name? Stephen's constant. So what is Stephen's law? Mathematical form we got E is equal to, so sigma into T power 4. But remember, so what is E value? Q by A into T, which is sigma into T power 4. If I want to calculate how much amount of radiation emitted per second only, not emissive power, the amount of radiation emitted per second given by sigma into A into T power 4. This is also called as thermal current. So this is also called as heat current. Amount of radiation emitted per second, which is sigma into A into which one? T power 4. Okay, if I want to calculate only amount of radiation emitted only, which is given by sigma into A into T into capital T power 4. But remember, till now what we have written, this Stephen's law, that is only for perfectly black body. For which body? For perfectly black body only, you can write this formula. If it is not perfectly black body, for other bodies, for any other bodies. What is the meaning of any other bodies? So other than black body, if any other body was there, so we can write the formula E is equal to E into sigma into T power 4. What is E called as emissivity? Where emissivity for perfectly black body 1, whereas any other bodies E value will be so greater than 0 and less than 1. Whenever if the body is not perfectly black body, so what is the Stephen's law you have to write? E value is equal to small e into sigma into t power 4. Since E value less than 1, due to that reason, the emissive power of any body will be always less than the emissive power of perfectly black body. Okay now, which can be also written as Q by A into T will be equal to sigma E into sigma into T power 4. From this, Q by A is equal to Q by T will be equal to E into A into sigma into T power 4. This is the mathematical form of which one? Stephen's law for any other bodies, any body other than which one? No? For any body other than the black body, the Stephen's law can be written this. Okay, na? So this is for Stephen's law. But there is a drawback is there in Stephen's law. What is that? The amount of radiation emitted by the body per second per unit area not only depends upon the temperature of the body, but also depends upon temperature of the surrounding. That you know that. You take a cup of water, cup of tea. So you put that cup of tea in winter season outside, and you put the cup of same tea and same temperature in summer season. In which season it will be cold faster? So winter. Why? Because temperature of the surrounding is less. Whether one body to radiate the heat, so temperature of the surrounding also needed. That's why the Stephen's law was modified by Boltzmann's and finally given by Stephen's-Boltzmann's law. Stephen's which law? Boltzmann's law. Stephen's law correction was done by Boltzmann's and that law is given by Stephen's-Boltzmann's law. According to Stephen's-Boltzmann's law, the amount of thermal radiation for a perfectly black body, the amount of radiation emitted per second per unit area, if TB is the temperature of the body, and TS is the temperature of the surroundings, temperature of which one? Surroundings. Then the Stephen's law can be Stephen's-Boltzmann's law can be written as E directly proportional to TB power 4 minus TS power 4. What does it mean? The amount of radiation emitted by the perfectly black body, so at a given temperature corresponding to which one? So corresponding to particular wavelength range is directly proportional to the fourth power of temperature difference between which one? So it is directly proportional to TB power 4 minus TS power 4. TB is the temperature of the body and TS is the temperature of which one? Surroundings. Are you getting now? Only the difference is in Stephen's law we not consider temperature of the surrounding, whereas in Stephen's-Boltzmann's law we will consider temperature of the surrounding. To remove this proportionality, the constant is given by sigma into TB power 4 minus TS power 4. Correct? So E value is equal to Q by A into T is equal to sigma into TB power 4 minus TS power 4. Right? So what is the value of Q by T will be given by Q by T is equal to sigma into A into TB power 4 minus TS power 4. Correct? So this is only for which body? For perfectly black body. So sigma value everything is same. If it is not perfectly black body, for any other bodies, the Stephen's-Boltzmann's law given by E is equal to small e into sigma into TB power 4 minus TS power 4. Where TB and TS are the temperature of the body and temperature of the surroundings. So this is the Stephen's-Boltzmann's law if the body is not perfectly black body. Stephen's-Boltzmann's law is very important for us. So tell me from this Stephen's-Boltzmann's law, so what we can able to write for the formula for Q by T? Q by T value is equal to, if it is for any other body, if it is not perfectly black, Q by T is equal to E into A into sigma into T power 4 minus T naught power 4. Okay, now T power 4 minus T naught power 4. For any other bodies, so we can write this. Actually, so we know the definition for specific heating capacity. Specific heat. In thermodynamics also will come down. In chemistry also you study. Specific heat is nothing but so S value is equal to 1 by m into dq divided by dt, or dq divided by d theta. Can I write? How much amount of what is specific heat? The amount of heat required to rise the temperature of a body of unit mass by 1 degree Celsius or 1 Kelvin. Any body of mass 1 unit to rise the temperature by 1 Kelvin or 1 degree Celsius, how much heat is needed to supply? That heat name is called as specific heat. From this, what can I write? dq value m into s into d theta. From this, so what is the value of dq by dt? Will be equal to m into s into d theta divided by dt. Can I write? Where theta is the rate of change of temperature. This is rate of heat. This is dq by dt is the rate of heat. D theta by d theta by dt is the rate of temperature change. So q by t nothing but rate of heat. Can I equate these both? Can I call it as equation 1? Can I call it as equation 2? By equating equation 1 and 2, so what can I write? So I can write the value m into s into d theta divided by dt. So is equal to E into A into sigma into T power Tb power 4 minus Ts power 4. Correct? From this d theta by dt value E into A into sigma by m into s into Tb power 4 minus Ts power 4. So d theta by dt, whenever a body emitting a radiation, yesterday we studied, if the body emitting the radiation, then what happens? Temperature of the body decreases. So d theta by dt is called as rate of fall of temperature, or it is also called as rate of fall of temperature. This rate of fall of temperature is also called as rate of cooling. Rate of cooling. So on what factors the rate of cooling value depends? So rate of cooling value depends. I can also write it as R. So rate of cooling depends upon first one. So nature of the surface of the body. It depends upon nature of surface of the body. Or you can also call it depends upon emissivity. E. If E value more means emissive power is more. It will emit more radiation. It will cool fastly. If E value less means it will emit less radiation. It will cool slowly. Whether cooling is done slowly or fastly, that depends upon nature of the surface of the body. The second factor, it depends upon area of the surface of the body. Area of surface. What is the meaning of area of the surface? If the body area of surface is more, it will emit more radiation and it will cool fastly. If the area less, it will emit less radiation and cool slowly. And third one is, it depends upon mass of the body. Before mass, can I write? It depends upon the temperature of the body. What does it depend? Temperature of the body. Temperature of the body means T. Whenever the temperature of the body more means the body will lose more heat and it will cool fastly. When temperature less means the body will cool slowly. The fourth factor is it depends upon the temperature of the surrounding also. So temperature of the surrounding temperature. But remember, here we are studying rate of cooling. Whenever the temperature of the surrounding is more, that time what happens? The body will cool slowly. I told you example. So summer season, the coffee or tea cannot be cooled fastly. That's why when temperature of the surrounding is more, so body cooling will be slower. Temperature of the surrounding is less means cooling will be faster. And it depends upon fifth point is specific heat capacity. What does it mean? Specific heat capacity. S value. If S value more means rate of cooling is slower. If S value less means rate of cooling is faster. So among all the liquids, S value more for water. So that's why water cannot be cooled fastly. Compare with oil. You take the oil, so it can be heated fastly and also cooled fastly. But water cannot be cooled fast. So these are the factors on which the rate of fall of temperature or the rate of cooling of the body depends. Here last one important to notice for a spherical body. For which body? For spherical body. For this spherical body, so area formula given by 4 pi r square and mass will be given by volume into density, which will be equal to 4 by 3 into pi r cube into which one? Rho. So then what I will get the formula for d theta by dt? D theta by dt value will be equal to how much for a given body? So d theta by dt directly proportional to 1 by, so what I will get? Rho into, so r into s. Then for a given body E value constant, sigma value constant, T power 4 or T naught power 4 constant, that is TB power 4 or TS power 4 also constant. In trace of mass I written 4 by 3 pi r cube into area and the mass 4 pi, so 4 pi cancel, r denominator when r is left. So this rate of cooling for spherical body depends upon the density of the body and depends upon the radius of the body and depends upon the specificity. When I consider one hollow sphere and solid sphere, density of the solid sphere is more compared with the hollow sphere. So which will be cooled fast? Density more means cooling is slower. Density less means cooling is faster. When both are